Erin and Clay from Cry, thank you very much for joining us in Milan IFF Film Festival. Congratulations with your film.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So pleased you're here. It's always the same open question, which is quite simply the absolute background to the film, how it first evolved, how the idea came to light, what brought you to make the film.
Well, the film came from a dream. I was literally dreaming.
Who was dreaming?
I was dreaming.
Oh, right, okay.
And I dreamed of this old man sitting at his kitchen table crying. And I remember waking up and thinking, well, I'm really glad he's crying, but I want to know why he's crying. And I literally began writing from that point. And it took about 2 years to finish the script. Originally, it was just sort of about the old man, and then the boy was there. But as I was writing the script, I realized that the boy would come in and leave and come in and leave, and I said, but I knew something was going on in the boy's life as well. And so I flipped around and started writing what was going on with the boy's life and why the two of them would sort of collide in the way they do, and why they would become friends, and how they would help each other, get through their respective very dark periods of their lives.
So you had no idea what the source was going to be, just an older man crying at a table.
An old man crying at a table in a dream, and then it just all came from that.
Wow. So, and how long did it take? How long did it take from that dream to
2 years? 2 years.
Well, another catalyst in there too was Coda.
Yeah. Well, I had a dog die, so.
Right. Okay.
So everybody, that's like the first thing they say, oh no, the dog died. I'm just like, the dog dies. And it's like, yeah, I know. But I had a dog die, and it was a dog I was really attached to. But that wasn't, that was in there. It was informing what was being written, because I was having a lot of emotional attachment to Cable over his grief over his wife dying. And I said, this is like, this person who's just not processing his grief, and then this boy who's not processing his anger, and the two of them sort of coming together, and the boy being kind helps the man come through his grief, and his kindness in return is just to tell the boy, get over it, basically, and give him a word of wisdom, and the boy's able to move on as well.
And during that 2 years of writing, are you sort of thinking about, at any point in that, or from the outset, was it you would have pre-production in mind, or did you wait to the end of the process? Sorry, what I'm trying to say is some filmmakers will be preparing the script.
It was just write the script.
Right, and so then
and then when the script was done, and so the story in the script was, I had written the script, and it was rather, it might have been 140 pages, and I knew it was too long, and it was messy, and there are characters. And I said, I got to find an editor. So I hunted around. I found a woman who was an editor. I handed her the script to see if she would even want to edit it. She liked it. She wrote back, says, I'll be happy to edit for you. And then we had a tragedy in the family. Does it
work out to 1 page per minute on average?
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
1 page per minute. So at 140 pages, I'm really long. I'm in epic territory.
That's 15 minutes approximately.
Yeah. So, 140 pages would be 140 minutes.
140 minutes, of course it would, yeah. My God, yeah.
So over 2 hours,
right?
right?
God, yeah.
So we had a family member die, and I went up to help my brother get through that. And I gave the script to the editor during that period. Didn't even think about it. Was up there for, I think it was up there for a month or so. And when I came back, she sort of presented me the script. I remember reading it, and now it was 90-ish pages.
So suddenly we're an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had taken 50 pages out of the script, and just collapsed characters and thrown subplots away and done everything.
And it worked?
Yeah. I remember reading it going, oh my gosh, it's a movie. Now, before I had this story, this thing, and then she handed me back this movie, and from there, it was going into pre-production was fairly quickly. I think she handed me the script back in April or June, and we were in pre-production through the summer and shooting by October.
And at what point in this journey do you come into this, Erin? I mean, how are you drawn into this?
Well, I was originally drawn in that summer of pre-production, and they found me because they needed a ghost artist. Because Sky Moore, the lead actor's character, is
A ghost artist?
Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yes.
Well, the boy was an artist.
No, but, sorry,
So we need somebody to do the art.
Yes,
right, okay,
yes.
the ghost artist. Sorry,
Yeah,
of
so they
course,
called
sorry.
it, and that's the term they use, is
Right,
ghost
I was
artist,
thinking
yeah.
you actually, hang on a minute, is that a technical term for something I don't know about?
Yeah, they're common in film. So, like James Cameron most famously did it in Titanic,
Right.
because Leonardo DiCaprio didn't draw, but those are James Cameron's hands drawing.
Right.
Rose, the character Rose, of course, for that. But so that's how they originally found me, because they needed someone to do drawings for the film.
Yeah.
And then when I came in, we had an amazing conversation that went on for over 6 hours, literally, and hit it off. And they found slowly that I had more and more skills that
That would
they
fit the
needed.
film.
Yes. And so eventually I was able to become a producer, which was really an amazing experience on it.
Sleepless nights.
Yes. Well,
I mean, imagine it
I
must
don't
be
think they didn't
environmental.
tell me all that I was signing up for.
No, we didn't tell her.
Like-
I mean, by the end of it was Sleepless Nights. It was literally me and Erin sitting in a room.
Yes.
Everybody else had
Disappeared, fallen away.
fallen away,
Yeah.
and it's us editing the film.
Yeah.
You know,
But we loved every minute, and for us, I mean, everybody thought we were nuts, but we loved everything. We cut the trailer together, we did a polishing edit, we went over the sound. I mean, that's something that we just enjoy, and that's how we knew that we could go on and form our company, Kinetograph
Right.
Entertainment, and do future projects together, because we were so like-minded and had the same
so we should just keep doing this.
passion, the same passion in the same way.
Because, I mean, filmmaking is quite unique. It's not like it's not like a job. It's not a 9 to 5 job, and you're not being paid by the hour. You can't be, can you?
No.
Otherwise, you'd be earning hundreds of millions of dollars a year. The hours you put in.
Right.
So it's completely separate. But I suppose it's sort of like an artist, and you're artist in a certain way. Because really, what you're doing is creating something from scratch. A dream from a dream. If you don't mind me saying. With the producing side, I always imagine a producer is not necessarily the buck stops, but you need to know everything that's going on.
Absolutely. Well, I think good producers do. I mean, I think
You've got to, haven't you? You must
yes,
know. I mean,
yes,
that's your job, isn't it?
yes. I mean, I think there's a wide range of what a term producer means to people, but to me, that's what it means, that you know everything that's going on and how everybody's doing, and that you're creating the best world for them to succeed in, to make the best quality product you can.
Within budget, of course.
Within
That's-
budget,
yeah.
yes.
I mean,
I
yes.
read somewhere the producer's job is very simple. It's to create the conditions under which a film can be made.
Yeah.
And the producer has to hang on and make sure it's like a terrarium, right? You've got to put just enough of everything in there so
Yeah.
it will survive, like you need it to. And then the director's job becomes simple when the producer is doing her job, and the director's just relieved, because the director just come in and make those decisions that the director has to make, which essentially boils down to saying yes and no because, right?
Yeah.
And when you can get it sort of boiled down to that simplicity, I hope. I know it's not simple, but
It's definitely not.
it's not simple.
No.
But
Lots
it's
of moving parts, but
it's a million moving parts.
yeah, but I mean, that's the goal, that everybody feels very safe and in this creative, bubble, that they can do what's needed to make the best film possible and get the story across in the best way.
I always ask that same opening question pretty much always, because every film, and what I mean by that, whether it's documentary or animation or feature, whatever, there's always a backstory, obviously, but it's always unique. And I mean, for instance, the story you just told about the dream, I've never heard that before. People have all sorts of reasons for making films, and I find that the most fascinating part of it. Why was this done? Some of myself is scribbling in the back of my fan packet or whatever.
Well, and if you watch the film, you can see it's written backwards because the cry is the climax, right? And it's like I knew that was happening, and so I had to go backwards from that point and then say,
get
does
to
it
it,
to
yeah.
get to it?
To get to. And what? Okay, so I now know you're producing. You've got a production company. What's next up. Have you got something planned? Is there something in the pipeline?
Yes.
Yes, we have many projects.
We call it spinning plates.
Yes, because
I
they.
wouldn't do it, be a filmmaker. I can tell you.
Well, you kind of need to because there's so
We're not
everything
quite sure
has,
which one's going to land.
Yeah, because something might not
Yeah.
happen.
Right.
Right.
So we have to spin so many projects.
Yeah, and they're all in a different rhythm too, because you get a rewrite from a writer on one, but you're ready for pre-production on another.
Yeah.
You're editing another film, So you just have to have it all happening all at the same time, which I love. I love that energy.
So the good news is it's not going to be drama. It's not going to be like serious drama like Cry is. Cry is like a real serious drama, but we're looking at doing just a really fun comedy. Yeah, just a really fun comedy and very commercial comedy, and then after that, sort of a kind of a violent thriller-esque thing, and then after that, the dream is to do maybe return to the drama a little bit, maybe a David Lynchian.
Oh wow!
Sort of.
On Eraserhead comes Dune. Comes,
Yeah.
I don't know, Mulholland Drive.
Well, it would be along Mulholland Drive and Blue Velvet.
Yes.
Kind of
Yes.
like mush those together and.
Yes.
I remember seeing Blue Velvet at the cinema. I knew what it was about, sort of, but I came out and I was like, "What have I just witnessed?" Incredible film.
Well, I mean, I like to. There's several directors I look at and I always think, I want to make a movie, not that movie, and I don't want to imitate them, but I want to make a movie like that.
Yeah.
So that it's
An homage, is it?
well, not exactly, neither an homage or a pastiche, but definitely they would be informing me. So Cry is informed by Kubrick, and just because my first film I ever saw in my life was 2001.
Oh yeah.
And I was 2 or something. And
it still stands out even now. It's unbelievable.
well, my father took me because he wanted to see it, and I was just a toddler, and he thought, well, I would go to sleep, and he said, you were on your feet, gripping the seat, staring at this film for 2.5 hours, and I have this very vivid memory of that theater where I saw it and stuff, and of course I know I didn't understand it, and I had to go back and watch it many times before I sort of understood it, as I was a child.
The other scene, everyone goes on, but for me still is the bone scene to the spaceship.
Yeah.
And obviously Strauss had it playing, but it's not just everything about it. How he filmed it, the way he used the music of that particular scene.
And
just
silence.
astounding.
And the way he uses silence. And he's willing to let the film be silent. And so that was Things in Cry. I was willing to let the film be silent, at times. And in fact, I found it liberating. In fact, I really liked it. I think I said to you recently, I really like it when we can just be silent and tell the story. Mm-hmm. And that we're not having people sitting on a bed and talking to each other for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you don't have to have exposition. And
right.
Yeah.
And that's...
Well, I think just different stories call for different things. And for Cry, that was the wonderful thing about it, that it was this quiet, emotional film, and the actors truly had to emote. They had to be brilliant actors, and I think we were just so fortunate with the stellar cast we have in this film and their talent, because I just can't imagine anybody else bringing it to light in the same way. They just did a beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.